What's up, motherfuckers? What is up, you guys? We are back with another video, and we are in the same clothes, so don't judge us. It's the same day. But we really just wanted to talk to you guys. We've had this question come to us.
Long overdue.
Yeah, a lot. And this is the time that we have had. This is the first time we had time to actually sit down and talk to you guys about it. I know a lot of people may follow the big YouTube couple, or what was a big YouTube couple.
Wow.
They were. Like,
I know, but
I know it sucks, but Damo and Chrissy.
We got a question on our Q&A that asked us how we feel about their breakup, and we paused and said, nope, we gotta do a whole video on this.
Yes.
And there's a big reason.
Well, okay, first, how do we feel about their breakup?
Yes.
Initially when it first happened, and still a part of us still feel like this.
We didn't believe it.
We didn't believe it at all, because publicity stunt. And don't get me wrong, it very well could still be. I still have a part of me, and we both still we're like,
they get back together. Why they always at each other's house?
They just doing, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, the reason that they gave, at first, it made no freaking sense to us, because they weren't going into detail. But at the end of the day, once we kept watching it and actually dissecting each video
and watched them on live on Instagram,
we were like, you know what, I could believe it, because at the end of the day, we've been there. Like, I kid you not, we've had times where Jerry's like, I mean, you just my best friend. Like, we're not together. Like, we're together, we're married.
It didn't feel like
that's what I'm saying. We're together, we're married, but it didn't feel like we were married. It didn't feel like we were a couple. It felt like we were kind of just, I'm not gonna say going through the motions,
but that's exactly what it is.
It was more so like she was just my friend. Like, that's it.
And there's a lot of reasons for that, because it's hard when you're it's hard when you're a lesbian couple, and I know a lot of you guys can agree with us on this, because you're literally married to your best friend. You share everything. You literally share everything. Like chick flicks, you go see them together because y'all both chicks. Y'all talk about y'all periods together. Everything is on the table because you're not ashamed, because y'all got the same stuff. So you get lost. You get confused because you forget that you're living with your lover and not your best friend. Like, you can be you can be married to your best friend, but you can't be, what is it? You can be married to your best friend, but you can't be, it's a quote I saw. You can be married to your best friend, but you can't be best friends. Whatever. It's a quote I saw. No idea where she going. It's a quote I saw. But anyways, we had that problem. That's one of the problems. Now the other problem is our relationship is not necessarily completely accepted with a lot of people around us. So we have not necessarily sat this close with each other or hugged each other in public or showed much any PDA, because we've had started feeling ashamed of our relationship. So those two things caused us to not have any type of,
I think what she's trying to say is, so like,
help me out.
Okay, so like when we go out in public, and like I've said in my coming out video, that especially with my family, we can't be together. Like, I can't put my hand around her while we're out and with my family. I can't hold her, I can't kiss her, I can't touch her.
It's no lap sitting, it's no,
right, it's none of that.
Not even pulling out of a chair. It's so awkward.
It's and that kind of transfer over to when we walk into this door, it started to feel like the same way. And it started to feel like, at the end of the day, I was just living with my best friend. And it wasn't a relationship. It wasn't a marriage anymore. It was more so I was just living with my best friend. Like, we was just roommates type situation. And it sucks, but it happens.
And you gotta get through it.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, this could not be what Damo and Chrissy were going through completely.
But this is what we got, because we can only piece it together. This is what we got from what they were saying, is they lost the relationship and ended up just being best friends living together. And I'm not judging in no way, shape, or form, but I'm I'm not willing to let go of my relationship that easily. Period.
And I'm not either. Like, at the end of the day, when we sat down and we talked, and this is before even Damo and Christy them even came out with this video. We had already had these issues. We had already talked about stuff like this. And we looked at each other and I was like, so what do you want to do? And we did talk about divorce. Divorce was on the table for a minute because it was kind of like everything was just turning into an argument. Everything was just like, no, I'm not your best friend, or I am your best friend, and what's wrong with having a relationship where we are best friends, but at the end of the day, if that's all you are is best friends, like if that's it, and it's no romantic part of your relationship, what's the point of being together?
Yep.
Why not just, like you just said, be best friends? So I think that's one of our, like, that was one of our biggest issues, and it sucks to even say that we actually did talk about divorce. I think I want to keep it 100 with y'all. Y'all are the first people that we've ever told this to in life. Like, we've never told anybody that we actually did talk about divorce for a while because
it got to a point where we were miserable.
Like, it was just, we were arguing every
We almost couldn't stand each other.
Like, and I don't mean like it's been like years ago. I mean like
months ago.
It was like months ago. Like, it's crazy. But I mean, we honestly just took a break from everything. We didn't post videos, we didn't do anything. We just kind of sat back and was like, so what do you want from me? What can I do for you that'll make you feel like that won't make you feel this way anymore?
Right. It was more like a, what do you need? What can I do? And once we sat down and had that conversation, we laid everything on the table. We were like, all right, we got to do this stuff because, and Damo, she kind of upset me a little bit, even though I love them to death. She was like, don't let a child make y'all stay together, but I'm staying together with you so my child doesn't have to live in a broken home. Now, listen to this. Don't stay if you're completely unhappy. Because what you don't want your child to do is look at you unhappy and think they have to do the same thing. But I look at my child's eyes.
It just made us want to fight more for
it. And I fought because I know how it feels to live in a broken home and have parents who couldn't stand each other and going back and forth. I did not want that for him. Because, listen, hear me out. They're best friends now. I don't think that's going to last much longer.
I don't either. Because at the end of the day, when
you can be as mature as you want to be, but the moment you see the love of your life, fall in love with somebody else, or introduce your child to somebody else, or do something that you don't like them doing, it's a problem. Period. It's going to get real quick. And at the end of the day, it's nothing that we just don't see it lasting too long. As far as it's either gonna get real nasty or they're gonna get back together.
Yeah.
One or the other. I don't see them just being best friends. Like, because if I got with somebody and they were like, this is the love of my life, I got 3 tattoos with their name on it and da-da-da-da, they come into the house and chill out with us, and I'll be like, nah, we done. I can't do that. So that's gonna end. I'm telling you, as soon as somebody get a girlfriend, it's over with. That cannot work. I don't see it working.
I don't see it happening either. But I mean, honestly, that's how we feel about the situation of Damo and Chrissy.
Now, this is not to we look up to them. Even though they're younger than us, they got more than we got.
They still goals, you feel me?
They still got more than what we got. So we've looked up to them since day one. We've like wanted to be as successful as them. Not necessarily through YouTube, but we wanted to be entrepreneurs to the point where we ain't got to get up and do a 9 to 5. We can spend time with our child. But it's sad.
It sucks. It sucks. I didn't see it coming. I must say, like, we both were like,
we were envious of them. They're the reason why we got into that big argument about, you see how they act? We don't act like that.
No, seriously, like, it was like situation where it's like, well, you don't do that for me, and I wish I had somebody do this.
The random looking at Chrissy and saying, you're so beautiful. She wouldn't do that. Damo did it. She did it.
Sometimes.
No. Things like that. We're not getting into details, but things like that would happen, and I'd look at her and be like, you see how they are?
Yeah.
Then they broke up. They broke up.
But it goes to show you too that everything isn't always as good as it looks on the outside.
Right. I mean, everybody looks up to us and be like, y'all look so, how do y'all keep it? We don't.
We do. Whoa.
We don't keep it. We don't keep it perfect.
We don't keep it perfect. No.
We just don't show y'all. We're not gonna show nobody that we
don't show nobody that we sweating. Like, honestly, we really don't. Like,
nobody. Not a mama, not a sister, not a cousin.
Nobody. Because ain't nobody gonna sit up here and talk trash about mine. Like, that's mine. Only person that
I'm not giving nobody
trash. Ain't no kind of ammunition to shoot
them. You don't give nobody ammunition to talk bad about your spouse, no matter how mad you are. You
Period.
don't go
Period.
poop on your spouse to your family members, because once you get over it, they don't.
All right.
They hold that against that person.
All right.
So you keep what's at home, and you save face in public, and that's what we do.
That's all we like all the time. Like, no matter what, we can be in the biggest argument ever. I might go out to lunch, go out to dinner with my family, whatever.
Jerry's sick.
Jerry don't feel good.
And that may sound very unhealthy. I'm not saying avoid your issues. What I'm saying is address that junk at home, off social media, with nobody at the house.
Alright.
You know,
Because social media kill your relationship quicker than anything else can.
and therapy is good too. We have done therapy before.
Oh yeah?
When I had Aiden, yes. We didn't do therapy, bro.
We did. It was very short-lived. Sorry. It was very short-lived.
Anyways, long story short, we've been there.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, we chose to keep it moving and keep fighting for it. And
It's just so crazy. Like, they said that they was thinking about doing that for a year, right? Then she bought a car for her. Then they bought concert tickets.
yeah.
That's why I'm like,
I don't believe it. Something's wrong.
right? Like, how you knew y'all was gonna break up soon, and then you buy somebody a car? Like, I don't get it. I don't know. And they seem way too excited to be
Broken
apart. Like, I don't get it.
It's either way it go. At the end of the day,
It's something we don't know.
It is, but
But it ain't for us to know.
It ain't. At the end of the day, I feel like we felt like they say that they felt because I don't want to say we felt like they feel or felt like they felt before, because I don't know what's real and what's not.
So lost.
At the end of the day, I want to say that we
think they think.
What? Mine sounded better.
Okay, go ahead.
At the end of the day, I want to say that we have been in a situation like that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm just saying that we understand what they claim they have been, that they went through. And because we have also gone through the same thing, but we didn't decide to split. We decided to fight and make it work, and I mean, it's working. So
plus, this ain't a shot, but I feel like we set vows, thick or thin, sickness and health, we gonna fight.
All right,
We gonna get through it.
It's definitely,
and we still have not completely come out of it, but we're getting there. We're making progress.
Absolutely.
And we don't we don't let this little one right here see us sweat.
No, we don't
Ever.
argue in front of him for real.
We don't want him to see us sweat.
Period.
Ever. Arguments, disagreements. We don't raise our voice, or we try. We try. Now, let me tell you something. Before he came, well, we were about to be brawling in the street sometime. But
how he works.
But you don't do that in front of children, please.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, that's how we feel about their situation, and yeah, I mean, that's about it.
So we thought about divorce.
Yeah, but we ain't getting divorced. Absolutely not. But we love you guys so much. Thank you guys.
She drives me around. She takes the trash out.
I can't do it. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for being a part of our YouTube family and our channel. If you have missed some videos in the past, go back and check them out. And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up.
Any questions, drop them below. We answer most of them.
Yeah, or DM us, anything like that. We respond. So
to appropriate questions.
Absolutely. We love you guys so much, and we will see you guys in the next video. How y'all like this lighting now? Whoever said that.
Who said our lighting was bad? How you like us now, son? Yeah, we've been had these lights. We just too lazy to use them.
All right. All right, you guys. We'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.